Alright, Nuzlocke rules. Rule number 1. No starting tube. You get basically your 3 starter items and you pick up all of them because you can't pick up another item in prison quarters. 1 pickup per biome. Must be the first item or nothing. And then we added an asterisk to that. If you skip the item, you can go to a shop that has that kind of item in it. No 30 or 60 doors. So if you get hit, it's okay because you weren't going to get the item anyway. No health flasks, as you can clearly see. My LB button does nothing. Z goggles do nothing. No item selling, so economy is in the trash. No rerolls on items, because you gotta think in Pokemon terms. You can't reroll a Pokemon, you can only get a new one. You can digivolve your Pokemon, but you can't change its IVs. Legendary items and cursed items are immune to all rules. You can pick those up and use them however you like. Oh my god. Boomer reactions! I did not expect that to be that fast. I don't know what I expected, really. I thought for sure that, like, I would have a little bit of time to press the Y button, like, mid-run, but that thing was... It closed the gap within an instant. Pulled a Goku on me. Instant transmission in front of my face. Rip. I legit became a 30-year-old. A 30-plus-year-old, actually. Which I already am. That's not a good thing to say, because there's plenty of people who game just perfectly well, regardless of their age. What I should have said was I didn't drink enough coffee. You kids are energized. I just need a good cup of joe, and then I could do that parry all day. Let me take one more sip, just in case. The synapses in my brain weren't connected yet. Almost wish I skipped this. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I can't get another weapon in this biome. We're already hard locked. Why are you not in the fire? Thanks to the Nuzlocke, whatever color you choose in the beginning of the biome is almost a non-issue because you got 3 weapons to choose from at the very start. That ruined my parry setup because it teleported behind me. You get your 3 weapons in the beginning, 1 melee, 1 range, and then a shield. So whatever color you choose is probably just based on whatever weapon you plan on using in the rest of prison quarters. I can't get another weapon. So even if I decide to go purple here, that's purely off the fact that Vampire Killer can also be purple. Speaking of purple, we got the drip right now. Purple head with the, that's blue. I would call that blue. Blue skeletal. The eyeball kind of matches, so I'm with it. It's not like the best drip I've ever done in this game, but it's my drip. Would you please get in the fire? Outfit stuff is really fun in games. Sometimes I like to look at Tekken 8 just to see what outfits people are using. All the Gojos, all the Chojis, all the light skin fade people. That did no damage. Please go into the fire. Isn't this thing supposed to back up? What? Why do you back up only then? Some people like to do mods for stuff too. Like there's a lot of modded outfits for Guilty Gear Strive. There's modded outfits for Dead Cells actually. I just was setting a profile picture for me. Someone a couple years back, Noel does a lot of skins for Dead Cells. They made a skin for me specifically. It's like a VeeDotMe skin in the Dead Cells workshop. I don't know if it still works because there's been a lot of updates since that skin was made. Arboretum? I mean, if I did skin mods, I think I could hook us up a little bit. Doesn't even have to be all anime characters. It can be like Sonic the Hedgehog skin. Which we already kind of have something like that, but not very much. And with no more support, like whatever mods that you were gonna do, if you haven't done them already, then you're not gonna make any new ones, I think. You could be modding Lethal Company right now and getting many more downloads. Or Risk of Rain 2, or Terraria. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing Dead Cells mods. But if there was a need for it now, compared to other games, I would say perhaps not as big a need. I would need some mods, but I just know the mods I want don't exist. Alright, we already know this is gonna be something not helpful. Okay, that's something. Could have been a lot worse, actually. I have in that Dead Cells video that modding support is a pretty big deal, and it's like a weird thing to think about, because sometimes mods are just some person reverse engineered the game. It has nothing to do, like take Elden Ring for example. Mods in Elden Ring, very popular. Mods in Fallout and Skyrim, very popular. But does that mean that there's like modding support from FromSoft or Bethesda? No. There's like a community interest there to making that happen. And then perhaps like older architecture that allowed that to happen. So like maybe because modding was discovered for New Vegas, modding Skyrim was not all that bad. Maybe, I'm just making that up. So for something like Dead Cells, we have nothing to go off of. But for things like Terraria, they have like anything you could think of, even quality of life. We have some quality of life mods for Dead Cells, but nowhere near as many as some of these other games. Some people don't even play the other games without mods. Lethal Company without mods? Ain't no way. Terraria without mods? I tried to do that and people told me, V, don't even bother. Go to Google, go to YouTube, search out... Is it Snappy Games? I don't know the guy's name anymore. Go to YouTube, search out this guy, just copy all of his mods. Chippy Gaming, you gotta play Terraria with Chippy Gaming's mods. Otherwise, you're trolling. You're not even trying at that point. First amulet of the map, I can actually take it. Wait, is it worse? I consider that worse. Poison enemies that hit you is a very weird amulet. I think it could probably work in a world where like there was more on damage taken stuff in Dead Cells. It's like Face Flask. Face Flask, the best example of on damage taken, do something. But that's really the only thing we have. Because you're not going to take Vengeance unless you're a new player. Because of on damage taken. So I wish we had more stuff in the game that activated that. Or you could go even further, where it's like a busted build hunter style roguelike game where on dodge roll, activate your on hit effects. Tiny Rogues has a crap ton of that stuff. I don't know how many of you all know Tiny Rogues, but that game is probably one of the best roguelikes to come out in a while. It's just aesthetically, it probably doesn't hit for everybody. But mechanically, it's one of the best. Legendary items and cursed items are immune to all rules. You can pick those up and use them however you like.
Legendary!
Yet another legendary shield. What I like about the Nuzlocke is that the runs are usually pretty quick. You either got no items and lost, or you got an item and won. And you don't really have to fully explore either, because chances are there's nothing you can take. Yeah, skip the monsters. Because not only do you have a timing issue, but the more you fight, the more damage you could take. Not guaranteed, but could. I'll double digivolve this, only because I can't trust the game to give me anything. Double digivolve into what? How much does this heal for? 2%. That's not a bad number, to be perfectly honest. If you're doing a no-scroll challenge, you legit have to skip monsters in order to win. That's why, like, when people ask me about doing Rusty Dagger runs or, like, one-button runs, I'm not super interested because all I'm gonna do is skip every monster and then take an hour to kill the boss. It's not exactly what I want to do. Uh-oh, I do no damage. Alright, patience. It's not a race. World record is not on the table. We already have the world record. I don't even bother trying to parry those. It's a trap. Where's the bat? Alright, we're good, we're good. No amulet because that was a fake elite. The nice thing about prison depths is you usually don't have any items until the very end. So you basically get free reign to power yourself up here.
Oh, the legendary!
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do the other Dead Cells secret video unless someone comes up with some, like, really next level stuff. Not to say that there's no cool tech to be learned in Dead Cells. I just need 10. Like, I don't think I have 10 tech just lined up. No shot. It's like the worst item in the game. It's legit the worst item in the game. I guess I could take Fight for Your Life and try to run this for a little bit. Like, I'm up to 9 curse. I guess technically I would have been at 4. I mean, doing the parry into it... Oh, this is really bad. Definitely not. Ain't no way. First item of the map is a boomerang, and I can't take it because I'm playing brutality. I'm not taking the misericord. That's actually a throw. Bruv doesn't even have a skill yet. This is bullcrap. Ooh, if I get stunned by that, I auto-die. I got stunned. I'm not auto-dead, not yet. Cursed! This is bullcrap. That was a really bad jump dodge roll. And a Vema to go with our misericord. Alright. Jeez, how awful. We don't even have a second skill yet. I guess I'll just take No Mercy as a generic piece. Alright. That in and of itself is almost like things wrong with Dead Cells is that there's not enough hidden tech. There's some, like Assault Dash and Wall Run, that stuff is really cool. Think like Celeste. Celeste has a lot of cool jumps in it that you learn in Farewell, but if you learn them sooner, it like changes the game completely. We have a little bit of that in Dead Cells, but not that much. Like dodge roll at the bottom of a down slam. That's like kind of close. Movement tech that's highly unnecessary, but probably changes the game for the better once you start doing it. About to say, is this a mimic? There was a patch at one point to stop monsters from spawning in this room. And they still spawn in here. Maybe that's just a malaise thing? Oh, wow. No, the first item's an ice blast. I just saw it. At least we have a second button to press. Oh, that is supremely unlucky. That thing almost hit me. I think if I wasn't running melee mutation, I would have died to the evil Gillian. Oh, wait. Because we're skipping the Frost Blast, I can actually get a weapon. Watch it be nothing I can actually use. Nuzlocke Katana. Not even ++. I think that's a throw. Nuzlocke Star Fury. With only shoot an arrow in front. We don't have upward. Well, you could double Digivolve it, and you might get it to have shoot an arrow up. And it does have the slowdown. If I reroll, reset my mutations. I can't reroll. I can reset my mutations, though. It's probably better. Good food, bad city. New Kendrick Lamar diss take is out. I feel like I'm too old. It's like a diss track from my favorite rapper is not something I care about right now. New Kendrick album, of course, I'd love to hear that, but new diss track? think I'm all set. I do have plenty of people I follow on Twitter that are all about it, which is definitely no offense to them. It's just, I can't. It's just going over my head. I don't even know where the diss is. Talking about top 3, but it's just me. Like, that's... I don't know who top 3 is. Like a Travis Scott or something? Don't they all think they're the top? Go here. Is that first amulet? Oh my god, that's first amulet. Wow, we're so lucky. They waited until the very last section to give us an amulet, and it works. It's actually good. I'm amazed it's sky high for some reason. I'd be glad. Ooh, new legendary? Yeetable. Legendary Yeetable. Possibly pair that with kunai? Go full range? That could be extremely interesting. And then maybe we get Armadillo Pack to give me my ammo back. You don't use it with War Javelin because the monster gets thrown too far. Nuzlocke rule is if you have a confirmed mimic, you are allowed to buy from it. Reason why is that you have to fight, and you may not even have the items to win. If we're going full yeetable, a mimicked fire grenade that can give you my ammo back could be kind of interesting. And it has bleeding synergy for the eventual kunai that I'm never gonna get because we're playing a Nuzlocke and that's completely random. I do appreciate those challenges. I understand it's probably extremely difficult. We did our curse sword. We've done 0 to 5 BC. I'd say those are probably the most interesting challenges to me. I would love to do other stuff. Like someone asked about all blueprints, speedrun. But then I realized that that revolves around a lot of runs. Way more runs that would actually be willing to play. That would be over a course of a number of days. I didn't mean to drop that there. Hoping for another parry. Not a terrible first phase. Cleaver doing work for real, for real. Whoa, that thing was really fast. Is that because of my malaise? Wrong thing. Hang on, hang on. Info. Faster enemy movement. Does that include these tentacles? Maybe not, because that didn't look that fast. Oh my god. Pain. Pain and torment. Was that my fault, chat? Give me a Y if that was my fault. Get good, and a V if that happened to me, I'd uninstall on the spot. It's not my fault. And then that one was freaking light speed fast. I expected to be slowed down, and then I could like jump over, turn around, do the parry, but then it's moving at the speed of light. It's got the Neil deGrasse Tyson on me. It's not my fault. You all know it's a hard game. Slumbering? Star Fury in lag, timing is wonky. But is that a get good? That's the important question. You're dancing around the is it a get good or not? I want to save my money. We're at 9,000. I don't think I need to do that upgrade. Ooh, this might be worth it. Because we'll have 3 left if I do this now. Alright, hitting the Poke Center. That's like my first time ever using Poke Center before the final boss. Technically, that's not a good sign. That means something's wrong with the build. Maybe I reset now. We got the Yeetable. Get Armadillo Pack. Keep melee until we see something useful. Do I need ammo? Ammo does work with this. It only gives you 3 back, it doesn't give you the full 6. But if we get a kunai, I think I will want both kunai and this with ammo mutation, I think. That means I probably don't need melee. See, you're playing Brutality? What do you take out of this list? Nothing. There is nothing to take here. You must take a tactics mutation. Which is kind of weird. Support? Support for bosses? Point blank networking for biomes? If only, I mean, I'm telling you, Windblown and Rogue Prince of Persia, they have an open canvas. So many good ideas to implement. V, why are you pressing square? My bad, my bad. I didn't know how good my Y button was. I love when I say square and Y. They're dead. Get off my screen. Oh, I pressed a button! Crap! Alright, it's fine. I did not mean to do that green. We have not seen first item. Wow, double shot. Double shot. You ain't never seen double shot before. Rare glitch. Distillery is a great map compared to Slumbering Sanctuary. Are you saying you prefer Distillery over Sanctuary? I'm not gonna say anyone's wrong. I just almost died to an orb caster, so for all I know, Distillery is better. Both maps are good. By good, I assume you mean evil. I like to have a variety in evil when it comes to my games. I don't want to have all of it limited to one area. Think like Blighttown and Dark Souls. Like, I don't want to only have Blighttown and only be afraid of that. I want to be equally afraid of every map. That's legit. I bet devs love hearing that. Alright, there's our curse. We still have not seen the first item of the map. Technically, I could go back and open that, and that would be our first item. That didn't die. Bible? But, like, am I actually gonna press that button and get the spin? Probably not. Not in this kind of setup. It's really cool, though. Like, imagining this with melee mutation. I just assume the spin, because the spin counts as ranged and does point blank, networking, parting gift, then the actual, like, spin won't do melee. Only the 2 hits will. But it makes me think to not go for that. Technically, melee's dead anyway. In the Nuzlocke rules, if you get rid of a mutation, you can't get it back. This is not fun. Oh yeah, we have eatable. So we're probably fine. Bible on boss rush is OP. Chat, can you give me a rough estimate? When was the last time you actually did boss rush? Like, you sat down, like, you probably played Dead Cells in the past couple of weeks. But how long has it been since you did boss rush in Dead Cells? I'm of the belief that I'm the only person doing boss rush. If I were to go to Reddit right now, I would assume I would see no screenshots of boss rush. We needed boss rush leaderboards. Imagine, just like daily challenge, boss rush would have like a specific mode where all the items were the same for everybody. And then what you would do is that you would try to do the best you can in like one try, and then it had leaderboards. I'm telling you, the things that we could have done. Whew. Whew. Oof. Like, I know part of the issue was like adding updates where perhaps we would have too many updates and the game's bloated. But I genuinely think we could have cooked. Not even just like brand new biomes and like adding bosses that maybe didn't make sense in the lore. Just like cooking existing stuff. I thought after that first one, that was it. Skill. I do not have any interest in buying a skill. Would you then complete for time or no hit? Okay, so I think in Dead Cells, if the dev didn't want to do both, 2 leaderboards, then I think a calculation of points over score would be the way to go. And what that means, well, it was skill, so we couldn't really do anything with the shop anyway. I want to say in Returnal, Tower of Sisyphus does that, where you have a timer, but then your performance in the actual biome adds to your score. So it's not just the time, it's a combination of both time and performance. That's what my preference is. I shouldn't have done that. Now we're locked into a skill again. We're never gonna get That kunai. Alright, whatever. You can't complain about it if it never existed in the first place. So yeah, that's like my ultimate dream of daily challenge content. Is it not dictated by speed? But I do like speed to be some determining factor. For those who don't know, a lot of what people do for daily challenge today, especially on maps where monsters teleport, the chest rooms and the shops and all of those areas, the monsters that chase you in there, you can kill them for the score, but because you're in a shop, you don't lose time. So what a lot of people do is that they'll drag all the enemies to either a chest or some area where the timer is paused, and then like farm. And that's not like a bad thing, it's just that's like a strat that I don't typically enjoy myself, but I know it's a strat. I don't want time to be more valuable than score, but the person who kills all those monsters and does it in a better time should get a higher score. Right? I think we're all in agreement there. V, I don't agree. If I can cheese, I should get the better score. What you're forgetting about, V, is the mental part. I beat you in the mental exercise. That's worth more than your mechanics on your keyboard. Crap. That would have been kind of okay. Can't take it, though. Am I excited for Hades 2? I am. I did not get into the test. I will not say that I'm not salty about it. What I will say is that, you know, people who needed the test more than I did, I hope they got it. Is that copium? He says he doesn't need the test. That's copium? Could be. Alright, clock tower. This should not be very difficult. We have a couple of yeetables. Not very many, but a couple. The issue is that the Star Fury is not very strong, and we have no synergies. No parry. Ooh!
The no hit! Legendary!
That was actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Does anyone know how many yeetables I used just then? Same species upgrade? Oh my god, we are killing. Now, I do have to pay money to digivolve it again, but to get a same species upgrade in the middle of a boss fight, that's sick. And we get the legendary. If it's a legendary ranged weapon that's one-handed, that would be so nice. Please. Legendary. Legendary Alucard sword activates and triggers the shield. I mean, technically, you could just do this and get rid of the spike shield. I don't really like that, because spike shield does real damage. We no longer have point blank synergy either. Not a throw. I promise we're not throwing. Mandatory Dracula's Castle. Mandatory bank. Oh, dude, did you all see that? He fell through the floor. Where's my immersion? You go straight through the thing? He's not actually in the box? Devs. Who are you supposed to call about that? There's no more development. How do I get that fixed? Call the modders? Oh, at least we got double arrows. That's gonna do real damage. Whoa, where am I? Alright, we got a curse. Give me a ranged weapon. Telluric. Considering that we haven't gotten anything... Is that better than fire grenade? Just like the shorter cooldown. I'll skip. Beta bug. I wonder if they're still looking at that bug. There's like a bug database that we're supposed to put all the bugs we find, but with development ceasing. I know the last thing I would do would be to look at a bug log if my game was not doing any more updates. Though they did say that they do plan to keep the game relatively bug-free. I just don't know who's doing that. Between Motion Twin and Evil Empire. I would assume no one at the current moment until they figure out the situation of updates. Wow, I didn't even kill that with the eatable. It died to the parry. A build seek! The build seek! Was that thing about to turn around and smack me? Even though I teleported? No. The build is seek. Wrong monster. A couple extra throws in there. Wow, double skill shop. That is highly unlucky. We're never gonna get the range set up then. I think it's too late. I mean, I guess technically, whatever boss we're gonna fight, the eatable doesn't really work anyway. So we want to go with the Alucard Sword and Shield combo so we can actually play the game. Crap, I didn't want to do this yet. I don't think we cleansed the map. Timer's not paused. But it doesn't really look like I'm getting malaise. Interesting. I don't know what I'm doing. You would think I've never touched a controller in my life. Oh my god, I'm so glad there's a platform here. I thought he actually screwed us. No, man. Ain't no way. How? How does that happen? How are you not turning that off in custom mode? You're never gonna pick up that item. All that is like a green stone to me. That's just another sellable thing. That's a sapphire on the ground. That thing is on trunk status. Is that first amulet? No. So what, we didn't get a better amulet than 2 red, 1 purple? Nuzlocke at least is fun to me because it's very variable. A second mimic fire grenade. Poisons the enemy cluster grenade to replace the fire grenade? Not a mimic. How did he know? It's a food shop mimic! No way! How? On what planet? Look at my health! Look at my health pots. What am I gonna do with a food shop mimic? If I can't even equip a health pot. Oh, wow. We did not get anything from this map. That's a good bank, if you ask me. A bank where nothing happens and you can just walk out, that's fine. Worst case scenario, they got a loan out of you. And now you have a 7% interest rate when the interest rates were only 3% 4 years ago. Yeah, money's staying in my pocket. I'm not giving it to this corporate dog. Can't go in there. My 31,000 is better spent on junk. Anime figures. Video games. Than in some corporation's wallet. I guess the point blank is worthless. This would be really good versus Dracula. Alucard, sword, and shield. Because we get the free teleport. Alright, full reset. Does open wounds matter? It does not. Remember, we're locked out of melee, which I guess probably doesn't work in here anyway. Recovery. Vengeance. You could go dead inside because you can't heal yourself anyway. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know if this counts as cheese or not. I'm sure someone will tell me that dead inside should be banned in the Nuzlocke. Why not upgrade the skill? Okay, to be fair, I had a cleaver earlier, and we had the same species upgrade, and I didn't remember that I actually got a new cleaver. I already had one that was S rank. It's a weird color for Master's Keep. Blue? You would think it would be red, right? Devs! Why in the world is Master's Keep not red? What is Nuzlocke? Nuzlocke is Pokemon stuff. Basically, it's a way to think about hardcore games that weren't really hardcore in the first place. Making decision-making matter. Locking the player out of certain actions that might make it too easy. Wow, I got default outfit. Randomly. That's interesting. Yo, we're doing damage though. Dang. I wanted to see if that would work or not. Fat fingered. Yeah, you only get the one iframe. That thing has a lot shorter range than I thought. You may call this 33 brutality, I call this skill. We're melting foes over here. Alucard sword works in this fight, right? It has to. Cleaver works in this fight, right? I would like to teleport. Please and thank you. No shot that teleports you into the laser beam. Hello? There is a hidden mechanic in there. If you alternate between square and triangle, you actually crit. But I think you have to hit the monster. So it's like if you do standard sword swipes. It's not reversed though, which is kind of weird. So that was a crit. But for some reason, if you do the shield combo, you don't crit with the sword. Which makes no sense. See, crits. Why do I do no damage? And then I fall to my death. That'd be so funny. I wonder if that can kill you. Like if you had cursed sword. I wonder if you could actually die to that fall mid cutscene. Bro's own weapon is trolling. I wonder if the teleport hitbox, because if you think about it, I always teleport to his face. Maybe like the hitbox detection is the face. So while I think I'm close enough, diagonally I'm not. That's an interesting thought. Yo, another Nuzlocke in the books. Check it off, chat. Brutality Nuzlocke, done. World record, done. All we need to do now is crank the boss cells up to 6. And my god, we be cooking the Nuzlocke. Alright, thanks for watching today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I like to get you all the best content that I can. If you want to take a moment, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, ring the bell notifications so you can get those. You could also consider supporting the channel by becoming a channel member. All of those are links which are in the description. Just scroll down and you'll see them. Either way, thanks for joining in, and I'll catch you on the next video.